Good evening. Yes, evening instead of morning. We're still going to have our check-in, but it has looked like this all day. We did not have any of that beautiful blue sky and scorching sun today. That's okay. Little Miss is still getting her walk, and she's still got to go. Hello. How are you? How did your day go yesterday? How did you sleep? And I'm not wearing sunglasses. Goodness. Still a little bit of a glare, so that's okay. We are out and about doing a walk for the evening instead of the morning. My day, you ask? Well, I got up very early this morning, went to my sister's and worked out. She gave me a pretty tough workout. It was upper body, arms and back stuff, and always a little bit of core. Everything always has a little bit of core in it. So I got that, and then came back to the house. I took Pyaar with me today. Jeff's still under the weather, so since my sister will catch a cold if you say the word in front of her, I told him stay home until you are 110% better and then get back on the workout train. So that's the plan, because she has all kinds of fun stuff planned between work and her personal. So she's going to, we need to keep her healthy so she can get to her functions. Let's see. Anyway, made it home, dropped her off, went to the studio. Nobody came for 8:30. I cleaned the studio and did my yoga paperwork and went and washed the car, and then came back to the house and detailed the inside of it. And then it was time to go back for my 10 o'clock class, so I did that. And after the 10 o'clock class, I came back and got to work. I had a Zoom meeting, and after my Zoom meeting, I was doing all the doctor stuff, and that was it. And I stopped all the doctor stuff to make Jeff dinner. Of course I ate, but I made him what he wanted. He wanted patty melts. So I fired up the grill, used the flat top outside, and grilled the onions on the flat top, kind of caramelized them on the flat top. And then did the burgers on the flat top, toasted the bread on the flat top. And we didn't have Swiss cheese. He said he'd take provolone with his. I'm like, that's not a patty melt. Sorry. I'm a patty melt purist. So he was quite happy, Oh, somebody graduated. We have a graduate here. Yay, congratulations. I think there's a couple people on the street that graduated. So cleaned up the grill and then did up all the dishes, cleaned up the kitchen, and threw a load of laundry in, put Pyaar on the leash, and we're heading out for our walk and to say hi to you and hear what happened with you. And of course I can't hear you if you don't type it in the comments, so go ahead, type it in the comments. Let's have community. My tailbone's all better. Yay. Back to doing Navasana. My students no longer can escape it. I know it makes them happy. Let's see. Yeah, other than that, it's been uneventful. I mean, plenty going on, but nothing crazy, nothing with the pool. Okay, nothing tile guy had to cut his vacation short because his father-in-law was having medical issues. So, of course, wish him well. And then yesterday, the contractor said, oh, he might be out today, but he didn't come today. And, rightfully so. He said he didn't want to bother him, which is fine. But we went back, texted back and said, okay, we know the tile guy's not going to be here. And we're not sure when the tile guy's going to be here. There's plenty of other work that needs to be done. Can you get somebody out here to take care of those things? Cleaning up the concrete, getting the electric done, getting the pool ready for inspection. Because the tile is not going to interfere with the electric. That much I'm sure of. So whether the tile is done now or the electric is done now, that's not going to matter. Radio silence. Absolutely nothing in response. And of course, Jeff will make a phone call because Jeff hates texting. And when he makes a phone call, there's no answer. Now, granted, he could be on another job. He could be busy. Understandable. But not understandable to not respond. Even to just come back and say, you know what? It's already Thursday. Nothing's going to happen tomorrow. I'm going to work on getting people out to you next week. I'll contact you on Monday and tell you who's coming when. That would be the right thing to do. That's not what's happening. I am trying to be patient. But really, this pool company had to get a permit in order to work, a permit from the city of Sierra Vista in order to do this pool. That cost them money they weren't expecting. I'm sure it wasn't extremely expensive, but you would think the thought process would be, okay, I've got this permit for the city now. Well, let's go ahead. Let's make some money. That doesn't seem to be the mindset. They're probably just busy enough in Tucson, and they don't need to worry about coming an hour and a half out. That's my guess. So that's the pool saga. Catched you up on that. Caught you up. One would think I don't know my English. And I don't really have anything crazy going on. The pool is the craziest thing. Jeff is getting better. He's just not 100%. And I have classes tomorrow. I'm off on Saturday. Not quite sure what. I know there's a festival going on Saturday. I might try and hit that. Kind of like the Bacon and Bourbon Fest in Wellington. Yeah, it's some kind of alcohol and meat thing on base. We don't drink, but that doesn't mean that we're not up for a few good vendors. See how we can possibly support some locals. And, there is something going on. It doesn't directly involve me. So there was this thing on Facebook called Mr. Vista. They're searching for Mr. Vista. And so you know how they have like Miss Sierra Vista, Miss whomever, what pick your city. And it's usually little teenage girls. So they're looking for Mr. Vistas in different age categories, 4 different categories. And no, it's not going to be Jeff, don't worry. But Raphael, the Korean martial arts instructor, because heaven forbid I can actually remember the name of that particular martial art, of that discipline. I'm going to say it's Sango or something along those lines. He'll watch this and correct me in the comments probably. Or somebody will, one of his students. Um, so anyway, he saw it and he sent me a text and he's like, what do you think? I said, go for it. I said, go for it. I'll interview you. We'll get a bio going. So went ahead. I said, you know what? I'll nominate you. So I nominated him. And they got back to me and said, okay, you can either send this to him or give us his email address and we'll send it out to him. So I forwarded him the application. So he's, I guess, completed the application. And he gave me a bunch of information. So I'm going to read over what he gave me, see if it needs to be tweaked or if it's good the way it is, in my opinion. And then we'll get it submitted. And we're going to see if we can't get Raphael to be the next or the first Mr. Vista. I mean, why not? He would be in the 50 plus category. And he's very community oriented. He has been here for a long time. And he has a small business and he works full time. So he's got, if I remember right, 4 daughters and a son. And so we're going to have some fun. We're going to see what needs to be done to build him up, to get him votes. That was the dogs over here. I wasn't expecting them to be that vicious. Pyaar is just setting off the neighborhood. So that's our next project, is seeing if we can't get Raphael to be voted Mr. Vista in his particular group. So if anybody out there has ever done one of these things, so basically pageanting for men, go ahead and let me know. So I want to help him be as successful as possible. I'm going to take on the unofficial PR title, and not this PR, but the public relations person for him. So we'll see what we can do to get him. Well, he's already nominated and accepted. So just to get him the title. So just something fun to do. Kind of silly, but definitely takes your mind off of all the nonsense that's going on in the world. Gives you something else to put some energy into. So that was something exciting. And of course, I'll keep you updated. We'll see. Maybe have Eric give him an interview. So puts it out there so people can vote, know that he's in the running and vote for him. And we'll have a little Kendall to dress up. I wonder if they'll do a bathing suit competition. That would be fun. And they might have a talent competition. We'll have to coach him on the world peace thing, right? Isn't that what all the women say? Just want world peace. So, yeah. Let me know if you know somebody that's kind of done one of these things, male or female, what maybe they should expect. I mean, this is not on a national level, okay? This is just our little town. So we're just going to have some fun with it. See where it goes. So that is happening. And we'll see. See what happens. Definitely going to work on getting him that win. Aw, little puppy. Little white puppy. He'll move away from the gate before I can turn the camera around so you can see him. Just a little white yappy dog. Doing his yapping best. Oh, it is really nice out tonight, though. I will say, all day there's been a really nice breeze. And since there's been no sun, it's not been hot at all. It's beautiful t-shirt weather. Rose's t-shirt weather. Oh. That's pretty much it. I don't have a whole lot to say. But I did want to check in because I made a promise that I would try and check in every day. If I don't, I gotta be held accountable. I know I missed a couple of Sundays, but other than that, I've been pretty good. Come on, girl. So I'll just end it for us here. Get this posted, and hope you have an amazing evening, no matter where you're at in this world. Or maybe you are watching this in the morning and you'll have an amazing day. That would be great too. So, and I need to cook. I haven't cooked in a while. I mean, I cook all the time. Nobody's starving in my house, obviously. But I need to cook for you guys. I need to get something on film. I did make something new. I did not video it. It was a recipe I saw online. Something called dirty cabbage. I am sure you can make this any way with any protein you want. Okay, so I'm telling you I did mine with hamburger meat. However, use chicken, turkey, Italian sausage, tofu crumbles, Kathy, tofu crumbles. And what we did was took cabbage, sliced it up. You can use bag cabbage too if you want. But I did get a head of cabbage and sliced it and then chopped it into like square pieces. And diced an onion and browned the hamburger meat. And with your meat, you don't drain the fat for this recipe. Okay, so if you're going to use hamburger meat, get the better hamburger meat with the lower fat content, like the 80-20. That way you don't have such yucky, greasy stuff. So what you do is you'll brown the hamburger meat, and I put the onion in with mine to cook the onion with it. And then you'll just go ahead, and after that's browned, you will put in the Tony Cheshire. I'm probably mangling that Cajun spice. Was 2 tablespoons of that. And darn it, I forget all the spices that were in it. It was that. You could add pepper and red pepper flakes if you wanted to. It said to put salt. I didn't put any salt because everything is salty enough. Let's see. Put your spices in and then add the cabbage. Oh, diced red bell pepper and yellow bell pepper. So dice that up, put that in there before you put the cabbage in. And then let that soften. And then put the cabbage in. Oh, tomato paste as well. I'm just going back and forth because it's coming to me as I'm talking to you. It was 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I put a little bit more in because, God forbid, I follow an actual recipe. And then mix that all up and add chicken stock, but you can, okay, if you're doing a vegan, put your vegetable stock in. And then put the cabbage in. And just steam the cabbage. I like my cabbage to be a little bit crunchy. My husband likes mush for everything. I made sure it stayed crunchy-ish. It was really good. Super simple. Really good. I will look up the recipe and we'll talk about that again. Or I'll put it in a different video for you. I could look it up tonight and put it in the description on this video. That would make the most sense. So I did make that. And that came out pretty good. And if you did it with the tofu or you did it with the chicken or turkey, it would be just as excellent. Probably more of the vegetable flavor would come through because Worcestershire sauce was in there too. So, and you can still use Worcestershire sauce if you use turkey or chicken. But I think it is derived from beef. So if you are vegan, you're not going to use the Worcestershire. So yeah, I'll look that up and I'll put it in the comments so that you have it. Or not in the comments, but in the description box so you have it. And those are kind of like the only new thing I made. I told you already I made soups because Jeff was sick. So we've kind of been eating the soups and kind of over the soups. I need to make space in my freezer so I can take what chicken soup I have left over, pop it in the freezer. That way, if I get sick again, I'll have it made already. And that was it. So that's it. I will talk to you all very soon. I hope you have, like I said, an amazing evening or morning whenever you're watching this. And drink plenty of water and wear your sunscreen. And I will talk to you very soon. Have a great evening.